And from West Asia, on Tuesday, thousands of people in Rafah were seen rushing towards a US-backed group's aid distribution site.
Of course, breaking lines to get their hands on the basic necessities. This disturbing scene emerged days after the partial easing of a total aid blockade on the territory that Israel had imposed since the 2nd of March, which led to severe shortages of food and medicine. United Nations called the images from the scene heartbreaking.
The aid center was run by US-backed Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. US claims over 8,000 food boxes have been distributed so far, with each box feeding over 5 people for 3.5 days, totaling more than 460,000 meals. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu acknowledged the loss of control momentarily, but added more aid distribution points will be set up in Gaza despite the chaos that unfolded.
Well, we tried the first one. We're going to put many today. There was some loss of control momentarily. Happily, we brought it back under control. We're going to put many more of these. And the idea is basically to take away the humanitarian looting as a tool of war of Hamas, to give it to the population, eventually to have a sterile zone in the south of Gaza where the entire population can move for its own protection.
He called Gaza the biggest open-air jail in the world, adding that Gazans want to leave the Palestinian territory but are unable to do so.
People want to leave, but they can't. So it's the biggest open jail, open-air jail in the world. As far as we're concerned, we'll let anybody leave. If you want to leave, leave. But they can't.
The conflict has been ongoing since October of 2023. Flares and explosions were seen lighting up the Gaza skyline on Tuesday. The Israeli military said its troops fired the warning shots in the area outside the center, that control over the situation was established.
With conflict in the region only escalating further and civilians paying the price, when will a truce be reached? When will normalcy return to the region? Questions that remain unanswered.